When a strong Sigma INFJ meets a narcissist, this will happen. Narcissists are experts at denying any and all aspects of their behavior and the world around them. If you confront them about it, they will respond with, "No, I'm not." And then you'll be like, "See, you are," yet you continue to deny it at this very moment. They can't stand the idea of being portrayed as dishonest or unethical in any way, shape, or form, even if you just heard them tell a whopper of a lie to someone. And if there's even the slightest possibility that they might have a flaw or weakness, they simply won't let the mask fall or show any sign of vulnerability. But this is the story about narcissists. So what's about Sigma INFJ? How do they value their personal boundaries? Well, personal boundaries for the INFJ are often something that can never be compromised. Depending on the person, they can be very firm with their boundaries, or they can appear to be more flexible or even non-existent. But for Sigma INFJ, their boundaries shape their world, so they must be firm with it. However, even though they already stated that their boundaries are something that can't be messed with, there are still some people who refuse to accept it. Let's say narcissists. They would just go over crossing everyone's boundaries like it's their playground, not minding what the implications might be to others. So, when narcissists are mindlessly striking on Sigma INFJ boundaries, here's what would happen. Just a hint, the narcissist won't have it easy. 1. INFJ will be vocal about their boundaries, and it's not something people can just mess with. INFJs believe that their boundaries don't have to be the same as those of others. Yet, it is their job to make those boundaries clear to anyone who tries to cross them. When confronted with intrusive questions about their private lives, especially from someone they don't know well, an INFJ is likely to respond by challenging the source of the intrusion. A hint is all that is needed for certain people. They hope that people will just stop to persuade them to reveal something they don't want and just drop the subject. An INFJ's reaction to a potential boundary breaker can make or break the scenario. It's up to the INFJ how they handle the circumstance, though. They may let it go with simple remarks, or things may escalate to a serious level. They may also respond by saying, "I prefer not to focus on that topic," or "I am not comfortable talking about that," in order to keep others from going over their boundaries. People who aren't willing to approach the INFJ in a forthright manner may avoid conversing with them, but this is also better. For a narcissist who always forces their way, breaking other boundaries, this will appear to be an insult for them. 2. Sigma INFJs have built a strong foundation, strong enough to drive any narcissists crazy. Depending on who they're around, the boundaries of INFJs can change. Sometimes it's very rigid, and sometimes they may loosen it up a bit, regardless of the type of relationship they are now in. They often believe that it's beneficial to practice the fundamentals so that individuals involved can change their conduct appropriately. Sigma INFJs value their own need and well-being above others, even if it's people who are really close and dear to them, be they family, friends, or love partners, and thus they make sure to have time for themselves every once in a while. It doesn't matter whether they live with a significant other, have a close relationship with their family, or have a highly busy social life. INFJs have no limits when it comes to protecting their own peace of mind. Their greatest defense against the harshness of life, especially when other people fall short of their expectations, is this. They understand well that they can only count on themselves because no one else cares about their well-being like them. 3. They completely unplug from all social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. Although social media platforms allow for greater engagement than ever before, it's also the platforms where boundaries are often easily crossed. In some circles, INFJs regard these platforms as facilitating a no-boundary zone. They're acutely aware that, despite its primary goal of helping people strengthen their bonds with the people they care about most in their lives, this media promotes certain significant violations. They have noticed that there has been a lot of unnecessarily sharing. The internet world appears to be a trigger that causes them to lose their inner peace. Therefore, Sigma INFJs tend to limit their interactions on any social media platforms, and when they're exposed to repeated threats, they may choose to completely disconnect from the internet because they don't want to deal with too many distractions. 4. One day, they will become one of the narcissist's greatest foes. For an INFJ, a lack of respect is a signal that it is time to slam the door on that person. They will cut all ties and distance themselves from a connection that doesn't meet their standards, but they'll also become a person's greatest enemy because of their sensitivity to understanding the troubles of others and how people may lack boundaries. To an INFJ, manipulative statements and subtle abuses are completely unacceptable. That's due to the fact that they've invested so much in developing themselves, only to have them shattered by external influences. They won't allow it ever. So, they don't mind door slamming the narcissist if it means one less trouble on their part. 5. Sigma INFJs will choose to isolate themselves, not allowing any disruption in their life. As contemplation is an important part of their lives, they prefer to isolate themselves from the outer world frequently. Narcissists and other kinds of people will continue to look for a way to enter the INFJ's lives, so the INFJ will need to withdraw and become solitary from time to time. They know that no matter how many warnings they have given and how strict they are, some people will blatantly ignore and insist on getting in. They feel that in order for their friends, family, and those with whom they have regular contact to understand why these boundaries are vital to them and their relationships, they must first understand how their boundaries work. Self-reflection is essential for them because they're concerned about their mental well-being. Because of this, they set aside a portion of their day for self-reflection and self-observation. It is only when they don't know why they're uncomfortable that they're prone to be treated unfairly and manipulated. Narcissists often use our vulnerabilities to enter our lives, and because we don't understand how boundaries work, we just let them come and go as they wish. The first step in establishing healthy boundaries, no matter the situation, is to learn more about what's going on around them. 6. They will slam the door, stay no contact, and walk away. The INFJs came to the realization that in order to establish a stable basis for their boundaries, they first needed to give a great deal of love to themselves. People who continually test their limits aren't worth their time, and it's not unfair at all to think they should be ignored altogether. They just door slam the narcissist, stopping all kinds of communication with them, and just walking away. I hope this brief explanation can be helpful for you. So, tell me, what are your thoughts on this matter? I really hope that you had a good time watching this one, and if you have anything on your mind, please don't hesitate to share your ideas and experiences with everyone else in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to be notified of our subsequent videos. Thanks for watching.